What is up, you guys? Good morning and welcome to another vlog. Today we are here at Alfa Romeo in Vancouver and we are going to be test driving the 2022 Alfa Romeo GIULIA. So without further ado, let me give you some montage of this car, and at the same time, let's go for a drive. Let's go! This is Giulia Veloce.
So
4-cylinder, 6-cylinder?
It's the 4-cylinder, 280 horsepower with the all-wheel drive. Very popular engine throughout what Alfa Romeo are doing with GIULIA and the Stelvio SUV, and this is the highest output that you can get of that engine, so they standardized that. These are, in terms of their chassis development, a 50-50 weight distribution and a rear-wheel drive bias car. However, for Canada we put what they call Q4. You might see that badge on the rear of the cars, so we offer that. We've offered that since this model year, and that gives you the all-wheel drive as well. So really you won't feel it to be a nose heavy or a bias to the front. You'll notice that power will be, still very nice from the rear, and also steering will be very quick as well.
Cool. This is 7-speed automatic?
This is the 8-speed ZF gearbox.
Oh, 8-speed.
With the driving style of the car, we've got 3 driving modes. So when you turn the car on, I'll be able to show that. That will change the throttle mapping and the gear shift mapping. We've also got paddle shifters on this model here.
Okay.
So,
I love
they
this.
They are fixed. They're aluminium and they're fixed onto the column, so they don't turn with the wheel. Much like many other exotic supercars.
This will automatically...
They'll unfold once you turn it on.
Okay, let's start it up.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, sweet. Alright, I guess. And all the controls are like pretty much like regular.
As easy as they can be for you. So yeah, from the steering wheel, audio, telephone controls, to the cruise control, including adaptive cruise control, lane departure assist.
Right.
And then obviously the climate control functions here that include heated seats and heated steering wheel on this one.
Nice. Put it on drive. Let's go. I love the weight on the steering wheel of this one, and also seats are very comfortable.
Yeah, they are, and there's great adjustability even with the side bolstering.
Right, yeah, like I can actually feel that it's hugging me,
Yep.
which is pretty nice, especially if you're kind of like on a faster road. Yeah. Suspensions are pretty tight too, so it's kind of like, really get to feel where your wheels are.
Yeah. Have you experienced Alfa Romeo before?
No, actually, this is like my very first time in an Italian car.
Wow, great.
So this is a pretty good introduction to it.
They are, and they're very special cars. Not only do they bring people to the brand, they still have, because Alfa Romeo has a lot of heritage, not only within its brand, but being an Italian brand. There's a lot of heritage and a lot of following. Even if for those who have the more exotic brands like Ferrari, Lamborghini, they still have a good desire for these cars.
Yeah.
And that's been a fascination for many years.
Yeah, and they're also way up there when it comes to creating good cars.
Exactly right, and uncompromising when it comes to their performance and their feedback and their feel.
Yeah. I remember like the 4C.
Yeah.
It was pretty big.
Yeah.
When, like on its time. Like it's still really good. It's still a really good car.
Exactly. And they're still very popular.
So it also does the like it'll stop the engine when you're stopped.
Engine stop and start.
Yeah.
We can also deactivate that when we need.
I love the handling. Like now that we're actually turning, the steering is precise.
Oh yeah. It's
wow.
Precise. And it's subtle inputs that are only required, but you can really get a good feel.
That actually feels good when turning. That is cool. I also actually feel what you're saying earlier about like the 50-50 distribution on like like even if it's like a front engine, I can still feel like some weight at the back.
And you can feel that connection with and that solidity, that how strong that back end is.
Right.
It's a very tight chassis. It's got the Alfa Linksys rear suspension. It's a multi-link rear suspension as well. So yeah, they didn't do things by halves when it came to the engineering of the car. And sometimes it's really hard to justify that to people who aren't into cars. But
right.
For people who really like driving, they instantly feel it.
Yeah, it's like to me, it's very noticeable that you just have that sort of like weight at the back as well, especially coming from a car as well that I've been driving. At least most of it are also front engine, and like this definitely makes a huge difference having that weight at the back. Every single turn, like even like the slightest turn of the steering wheel,
you get that feedback
immediately. This is amazing. It's just perfect for city driving. Like a 280 horsepower is definitely enough for city driving, but at the same time, like adding that comfort.
Adding the comfort, adding the ZF automatic gearbox. These gearboxes just do a fantastic job of both the comfort aspect around town, and then obviously when you do get it out into the twisty stuff, and yeah, it's such an adaptable gearbox for any situation.
It is very smooth. Like the change, you don't even feel the shifts. And is Alfa Romeo working on sort of like getting into electric system as well?
Yeah, so the electric will initially come out in a newly launched car called the Tonale, which is a crossover.
This an S? Yeah, that's right. I thought it's an SUV.
Yeah, that's right. So it's our first plug-in hybrid into the SUV market. It's a compact SUV, so it'll be similar to the Audi Q3, BMW X1, that kind of sizing. And we'll be able to offer, well, a 2-litre gas petrol and then the 1.5-litre plug-in hybrid. So that's where we'll get into. For the short term, there won't be any real hybrid version of these cars, Giulia and Stelvio. But we'll find that even with the straight petrol engine, with the amount of power and torque that the car has, it still turns respectable gas mileage.
Given the fact that you get the performance and still get that mileage, you can't beat that. And that isn't the normal driving, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So when you put it on the advanced,
absolutely,
then you save a lot more.
Yep, it does a lot of freewheeling and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think now it's really important to talk about those things because you know, gas prices are just astronomical. Can I try the difference between?
Yeah, of course. Yep,
I'm just gonna try the advanced
efficiency. Yep. So you'll feel a little bit of a deadness now in the accelerator.
Yep. Suddenly it's like quiet.
Yep. You've also got it's now changed to a green highlight on the center display.
Yeah.
And what you'll find is that the gear ratios now will be conditioned to try and be in the tallest gear possible, just to keep the revs low.
It's amazing because you actually get to feel like the difference between the normal and the advanced.
Yes, the modes are actually quite prominent.
Yeah.
Hence why they don't offer that sort of individual setting. They just want significant differences between them.
Right.
This technology, the DNA technology from Alfa Romeo, has been out since early 2010s in other models.
That long, hey?
Yeah, so, and funnily enough, it was designed prominently for their smaller cars, which the US never got. So the Giulietta and the Mito, these were cars that had smaller turbo engines in them.
Okay.
So it was great because obviously downsizing for great fuel consumption and gas mileage, but having the sports mode in it, it just changed the car and just made it, you know, still an Alfa Romeo. and that's one thing that Alfa Romeo have done for a long time. They still have some hallmarks even from the old cars.
Right.
It's a modern interior, but the double dials, the double hoop dials, that can go back to any Alfa Romeo, even from the 50s and 60s.
Wow.
Just a little bit of heritage that the Alfa Romeo sort of, they keep instilled in their cars.
Right.
So yeah, it excites newcomers, but it also reminds people who maybe were fortunate enough to have an Alfa Romeo back in the 60s and the 70s.
And that's really important for like customers, especially like, you know, you build a fan base in every single car company, right? And you know, like the enthusiasts are always going to be looking for, oh, okay, like what's like that Alfa Romeo DNA kind of thing in this car.
Exactly right.
I'm just gonna try the
DE mode.
the dynamic mode and see.
Absolutely. The free road here, so you're welcome to.
Oh, instantly heavier steering wheel.
Yeah.
Wow. Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah. And we're gonna take it. The lights are gonna take a ride.
Everything suddenly is like a lot responsive.
Yeah. And you'll feel that when you turn.
Even the braking.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
That dynamic mode changes the car drastically.
Yeah. So when you get out in the open road and you've got some twisty stuff, yeah, it's phenomenal.
The brakes are stiffer and the throttle's just responsive.
Yep. So it gives you all that connection. It just heightens those sensors. You know, it would actually, what it actually does too is it puts a little bit of stall between the gear changes as well. So when you actually hit the pedal, rather than get the smoothness, it'll actually, because of that extra torque stall, you'll actually get a little bump in the actual car, in the feeling of the gearbox.
Yeah.
So it feels like, or it gives you that impression that it's you know, actually changing gears.
That's what we're starting to kind of miss nowadays. Is like, you know, that feels of what we are used to as enthusiasts, and like now it's just becoming kind of like dead. Basically, you're just gonna go inside your car and it's pretty much gonna drive you
itself.
So like still having that fact that Alfa Romeo is still giving you that enthusiast feel, or that like experience that you still have so much control on your vehicle. That's amazing. So there you go, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoy this clip as much as I did inside the 2022 Alfa Romeo Giulia, because man, that car is absolutely stunning. In fact, I truly enjoyed the different drive modes. It's very drastic on like the changes, but what really stuck to me the most was the fact that the steering of that vehicle is so precise, and it's something that you would truly enjoy on a track day, but also you would truly have an amazing time when you're just doing your city driving. So man, it is an absolutely amazing vehicle, and again, I cannot be thankful enough to Chris for helping me and showing me what Alfa Romeo can offer. So again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this clip as much as I did filming it. And if you are not subscribed yet, please do hit the subscribe button, because we are still giving away 500 Canadian dollars to one lucky subscriber once we hit 1,000 subs. And on that note, please stay safe, take care, and make the most out of your day. Peace!